Welcome to the third edition of ObserveNow Super40 Digital Native Summit and Awards 2024, presented by Niveus Google Cloud, co-presented by IBM. I have here with me Ms. Moupia from IBM. Ma'am, I would just like to kindly request you to please introduce yourself.
Sure, thank you very much. So I'm Moupia Dey. I look at data and AI portfolio of IBM in North.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for joining us today. So let's start with the reason that we were all here for today. Generative AI, transformative, digital natives. What is your take on that?
What's your take on generative AI? That's my bread and butter.
I don't think I'm the right person to answer that. I am totally not equipped to answer that. So I will leave it to the people who've been working with that for years. So again, to you, what's your take on that?
Generative AI, I mean AI for that matter, for IBM has always been about responsible AI. If you can't trust your AI, if you don't know, where it's coming from, how it's going to impact the people who are going to be using it, it's of no use. So that's the philosophy that we go with, that the AI that you're using always has to be, it has to be transparent, it has to be responsible, it should give you the line of sight into everything end to end. No black box for AI, that's the idea.
So how exactly is it being incorporated in, let's say, the institution itself, IBM? And how do you envision the future of IBM changing in, let's say, 5-10 years with the changes that are happening in the generative AI field as well?
I think that's actually a wonderful question, because anything that we propose that the world does, we try it out first on ourselves. And IBM uses generative AI for its own people, for its own organization, its own processes in a big way. We have a lot of solutions like Ask HR, Ask Sales, Ask IBM, which looks at integrating everything that's there within IBM. And you're just a chat away or just a question away from getting all the information that you need. That's the scale at which we look at, first looking at training our own models on ourselves and trying it out before we propose it to our customers.
That sounds absolutely very interesting and insightful. So I hope that you got a chance to meet a lot of different leaders today here as well. So one question that I would put up to you is, what was something that stuck with you? What was maybe something surprising or something interesting?
I actually was awed by the kind of use cases that people were talking about, right? In this space, I mean, in many times you don't even think so broad, but all the entrepreneurs that we got to meet and all the great, people who are trying out AI for their businesses or probably just experimenting even at this stage, the kind of use cases that they were talking about, putting out the inventory up on the screen and making recommendations real time, it's phenomenal. I think there was so much that I learned, and it was an absolutely fun session, the way you have led a lot of conversations. So it was phenomenally, it was a wonderful experience.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that with us. So just to wrap it up, any key takeaways that you would like for the audience to keep in mind about a food for thought kind of a thing?
Yes, definitely. I mean, this is actually, this has been the theme for the day as well, about what AI can do. And at IBM, we primarily look at AI for business. So the idea really is that when it's about an enterprise, and enterprises are generally accountable for what they are doing for a large mass, right? So AI will actually show value if you are able to trust your AI. And AI is definitely going to make a big impact to the lives of people generally. So I think that's the idea, that don't be afraid of AI, but probably just make AI accountable.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And just like the final question to wrap it up, how was your experience today? If you have to maybe put it in a one word or one line.
I would say very energizing, super energizing.
That's great to hear after a whole day of tired. I believe she has been here with us at the event from 9 a.m. till 6:15, and still she's saying very energizing. So I think mission successful. Thank you so much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. Hopefully we'll see you in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Wonderful meeting. I didn't catch your name, sorry.
Sanjeevni.
Sanjeev.